Yo.
Check. Family, welcome to another episode of The Fantasy with SJT. If this is your first time tuning in and you don't know who the hell we are, I'm John, my main man in the middle, Twan, and to my far right, Mr. Sean P. We are The Fantasy with SJT. And if you guys have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, follow us on ItsNation, subscribe on ItsNation TV. And also, we got our new YouTube channel that we came out with, The Fantasy with SJT. Once again, The Fantasy with SJT. Make sure you subscribe to both of those. We're going to be putting out content on both, so make sure y'all are tuned in on both of those, man. Hit that like button and also hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we go live, all right? And also on IG, The Fantasy with SJT, the same thing, The Fantasy with SJT. If you have any fantasy football questions you want us to ask, you can leave them in the live stream or hit us in the DM or in one of our posts, that we post, and ask those questions, all right? So also share this video so we can get it out to as many people as we possibly can, all right? But we're going to go ahead and get into our rankings for the week.
All right, we're going to start off with the quarterback rankings. That's me.
Let's see what you got.
Let's get to it. At 15, I got Kirk Cousins at Los Angeles. At 14, I got Matt Ryan at Dallas. At 13, Derek Carr versus KC. At 12, I got Jalen Hurts at Denver. At number 11, I got Russell Wilson at Green Bay. At number 10, I got Matthew Stafford at San Francisco. He's only that low because he's hurt. I don't know what's going on with his back, so that's why he's ranked at 10. If not, he'll probably be top 5, but I got him at 10. At number 9, I got Carson Wentz versus Jacksonville. I wanted to highlight Carson Wentz. Right now, he's looking like the 2017 Carson Wentz when he was in the MVP race before he got hurt. And the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. I'm liking Carson Wentz right now. In 4 of the last 5 games, he's been a top 12 quarterback. Last week against the Jets, he threw for 272 and 3 touchdowns. The week before that against Tennessee, he had 231 and 3 touchdowns again. So Carson Wentz is on the up and up for me right now. That's why he's up in my rankings. They're going against a struggling Jacksonville defense. I don't care what they did last week against the Bills. They're not going to repeat that. I'm not, Twan like to live on, what they did last week. No, that's not going to happen again. They're done. I feel like, I don't care what Josh Allen did last week. I feel like Carson Wentz is going to go in there and, they're going to come to Indianapolis and they're going to get destroyed by Carson Wentz and Jonathan Taylor, but we're not going to talk about him right now. Number 8, we got Justin Herbert versus Minnesota. We're going to move to the top 7. At number 7, Patrick Mahomes at Las Vegas. He's lucky to even be in the top 7. If he don't do nothing this week, and I got to rank the quarterbacks, he's outside the top 10. I got to see it from Patrick Mahomes. Hasn't looked too good these past couple of weeks for the Chiefs. I don't know. They look sluggish out there. Andy Reid, I think the league figured him out. Last week against the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, I don't care if Aaron Rodgers don't play defense or what, but he had 9.8 points. Then the week before that, he had 14. The week before that, he had 7.5. What is going on with Patrick Mahomes? Like, a couple weeks ago, we was like, nah. This is just a little mild, hiccup, bump in the road for Patrick Mahomes. No, he's looking bad. I don't know. The whole Kansas City Chiefs offense, like even Kelsey scored last week, but it doesn't look as...
It doesn't look like Kansas City.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Kansas City, like pitch and catch. No, it's been tough out there for Kelsey. Like, he's been struggling. So, don't disrespect Andy Reid. I don't know what's going on with Andy Reid. I mean, He's not drawing up the plays like he used to. Like Tyreek is not running wide open, catching deep bombs. Like coaching has something to do with that also. It's just not Patrick Mahomes. That's also coaching and calling the plays. No disrespect to Andy Reid. He's a legend.
Andy Reid, man, nah.
He's a legend.
Mahomes,
what do you mean?
Mahomes needed.
It's all Mahomes. It's not the play calling. I mean, it's also the offensive line. Also,
my man Andy Reid got them to the Super Bowl 2 times. I mean, with this coaching, he's a good
coach.
It
doesn't look like they're going to get there 3 times.
Together on the field. They got to get it together.
Doesn't look like they're going to get there 3 times. But you know what I mean? I don't know.
He could be a great coach. They're just not looking good right now.
Yeah, I mean,
like that's the fact of the matter.
Everyone falls. Like you don't stay on the top forever. Like you know what I mean?
What goes up must come down.
Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah.
I got Kyler Murray at 6 versus Carolina. Aaron Rodgers versus Seattle at number 5. Dak Prescott versus Atlanta at number 4. At number 3, I got Tom Brady at Washington. At 2, Josh Allen at New York. And then at number 1, I got Lamar Action Jackson at Miami. I feel like he's going to have a huge game at Miami. Lamar's been playing lights out on the ground, throwing the football. So I love Lamar at 1 this week. It was between him and Josh Allen at 1 because I know Josh Allen's going to have a comeback game after last week, but I'm going to take Lamar at number 1 this week.
All right. Okay. So that wraps up the quarterback rankings for week 10. And now we're going to go ahead and move into the running backs. I believe I think I got the running backs this week. I think I do. Right? Yeah, I do. Right, there we go. All right. Starting at 25, we'll start with Alex Collins, Devontae Freeman at 24, Michael Carter going against Buffalo at number 23, Myles Gaskins versus Baltimore at 22, Darrell Williams at Vegas. And with Darrell Williams, I mean, Clyde, I think he's on his way back. So I'm not sure. He may get a reduced role if Clyde plays this week. So because Clyde is trending up, but just proceed with caution with Mr. Darrell Williams. But Javonte Williams versus Philly at 20, Melvin Gordon versus Philly at 19, 20. Both guys, Javonte showed that he's coming. I mean, so Melvin Gordon needs to beware. I mean, they're both good running backs, but Javonte looks like he's starting to
I don't know. We saying that every week. Every week. But Melvin Gordon then comes out and scores 2 touchdowns. It's tough. I don't know. I think the only way he can take the job from Melvin is if Melvin gets hurt. Like right now, I think it's going to continue a 50-50 split between those 2 guys as long as Melvin's healthy. As long as both of them are healthy, it's going to be 50-50.
How many carries did Javonte Williams have? Tweez.
17.
17 carries.
How many Melvin had? 21, bro. Like, come on.
Hey,
who scored?
Hey, look, Melvin's up one notch above me in this.
Melvin,
Melvin, bro. Like,
he had 111
Melvin.
yards.
Yeah.
Any, mini, mighty, mo. Melvin. What are you talking about, bro?
Hey,
come on.
Javonte had 111 rushing yards.
Javonte, I feel like he's still going to overtake that job, too. It's just a matter of
I mean, yeah. What did Melvin have, though? 80, like it's still 50-50, bro. Like
he's a bigger back though, so I mean, he's gonna
any given week it could be Melvin, it could be Javonte. I feel like it's going to stay that way as long as they're both healthy. I'm not gonna lie, like we had Javonte Williams on the buy low list for weeks. I think he still should be a buy low just because if Melvin does get hurt, he's a bona fide running back 1. But as long as it's a 50-50 split right there, I don't know.
But the person that I would want down the stretch, playoff time, I think it's going to be Javonte. My opinion.
Mm-hmm. So you think even if Melvin's healthy, it's going to be Javonte?
He's easing into that. Like each week,
21-17, bro. Melvin still had more carries.
He still does, but each week, I mean, and Javonte looks better running the ball. He does. The goal line touches have been going to Melvin.
Melvin's also better in the pass game than Javonte Williams. Also,
it's just a matter of time. To me, it's a matter of time.
I agree.
It may be that time may be come playoff time when you need to,
But my thing is Melvin is still going to get, as long as Melvin's healthy, he's still going to get 50% of that work. 50%.
I'm not going to go argue too much about it because I do have Melvin over him, but I do feel like moving forward, Javonte is starting to ease in to that and taking more from Melvin Gordon. I mean, so playoff time, fantasy playoff time. What I'm saying is, I feel like Javonte, he may end up that could be a bold prediction. I'll go out there. I'll go on a limb and say that I predict that come fantasy football playoff time, Javonte Williams will be out touching Melvin Gordon. What's that? Week 15. Yep, week 15. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Javonte Williams will be the better back come playoff time. That's gonna be the guy that you're gonna want come playoff time.
I might agree.
I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna put that on record. But we can keep it.
I thought Ben was going to take the job. I'm just surprised Melvin is still involved like he is.
Yeah, but let's get it back up there, man. Dearness Johnson at 18. I had to kind of adjust it at the last minute because Chubb looks like he's not going to play. Dearness could be higher than 18, but I'm gonna leave him here because they're going against New England, a tough run defense. But he should be the guy to get all the work. So if you have Dearness Johnson, go ahead and plug him in. He should be solid. He's going to get the touches. So, yeah, at 18, Dearness Johnson going against New England. All right, 17, Elijah Mitchell versus the Rams. I kind of don't like the matchup, but Elijah, man, he's getting the touches. Even with Jeff Wilson coming back, he showed that he's still the guy. Shanahan still trusts him. I think they're still trying to get Jeff Wilson acclimated. So Elijah is still the main guy over there. It's just for me. I don't like the matchup, but he's still gonna make my top 25.
Yeah, Elijah looked good out there.
He looks good
playing in San Francisco. Like
Trey Sermon, was he even active? I don't even know if he was even active. So Elijah is the guy. So I would start him with confidence unless you have some crazy other set of running backs that you can plug in there. But definitely start him with confidence. All right. Now top 16, James Robinson versus Indy. I'm not sure if he practiced today. But if he's back, you plug him in. All right, James Robinson, 16. DeAndre Swift at 15. Leonard Fournette versus Washington at 14. Josh Jacobs at 13, going against Kansas City. Damien Harris at Cleveland. Have an asterisk next to his name because he does have a concussion. So we got to see what he does throughout the week. James Conner versus Carolina at 11. Darrell Henderson at San Francisco. Cordell Patterson going against Dallas, coming in at number 9. Austin Eckler finishing up at 8 with the 8 spot versus Minnesota. Now to the top 7, Alvin Kamara at Tennessee. I got an asterisk next to his name too because there's been some rumors going on that he may be hurt. And they've been trying out different running backs. I think they signed somebody. So proceed with caution with that. Not saying he's not going to play, but if he does, he's number 7. Zeke Elliott going against Atlanta, great matchup. Zeke going to Atlanta's run defense isn't that great, so start him with confidence. Aaron Jones versus Seattle. Aaron Rodgers back. We saw a lot of A.J. Dillon last week, but I think with Aaron Rodgers back in there, if he's able to return, which he should, I think he's supposed to be able to come back on Saturday. So if he's ready, he's going to start. Aaron Jones going against Seattle. I feel like he picks it up. He has a better game this week. Christian McCaffrey versus Arizona. It's great. Christian McCaffrey looked good coming back. He looked good coming back. He out-touched Chuba. I forget how much. He's the guy. And he looks good. So definitely start Christian McCaffrey. He's going to be available. Fire him up. Najee Harris versus Detroit. Dalvin Cook. We all heard about his situation. So we don't know what's going on right now. In his presser, he was talking and he said that he feels like he's going to be playing this week. So
What happened to Dalvin?
this whole
domestic violence, bro.
I sent you the link.
Situation.
It's like pictures of like the girl with like a black eye, busted lips.
It's not looking good.
Yeah. So it doesn't look good
because at first his lawyer was saying that she was beating on him, but then the pictures came out, so it's crazy. We don't know yet.
Well, we'll say he allegedly did these things. Allegedly.
Damon Arnett.
David Arnett. He made a live video like, I will kill you. I don't know who he was talking about. Who was he talking about?
He's an idiot.
I don't know, but he pulled out like 7-8 guns. Was like, I would kill you, nigga. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Like crazy guns too, not regular guns.
Nah,
like army guns,
NFL type guns.
Army guns.
Guns that an NFL player only an NFL paycheck can get you, bro. These niggas is wild.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
Been-
Wow, they young though. They really young.
It's like the NFL right now. It's like its own soap opera going on right now. It's a whole bunch of shit going on, man.
Straight
But
up.
yeah, Dalvin Cook, we got to see what's going to happen with him, man.
I ain't
We
gonna mention
not sure.
Ruggs. Was it Ruggs?
Yeah, Henry Ruggs.
Yeah.
So much going on.
He's old news now.
Yeah.
There's more stuff coming out now.
A lot of different things going on, man.
Okay,
But
so
yeah.
so Dalvin might not play this weekend.
I mean,
he
right
said
now
he's going to play.
they saying he's going to play. So we'll see how all that stuff works out.
Until the
but-
commissioner calls him on Thursday. I mean, tomorrow will be like
All the Vikings would be like, he's on the exempt
Exactly.
list right now.
until his trial.
Yeah,
DMP coach's
But-
decision.
right.
Yeah, but Dalvin, I got Dalvin on my team. So Dalvin, I hope you do play. I mean, hopefully everything works out with your situation. You know what I mean? So prayers to both sides of what's going on. So hopefully everything works out the way it's supposed to work out. So we'll see. But number one, I know Twan's gonna be happy about this one here. Jonathan Taylor at number one going against Jacksonville. And I'll be the first one to say, I doubted this man going
That's
into
a
the
bad
season.
bold prediction.
Yeah. I've doubted this man.
Literally,
Oh,
Twan
man.
said
And-
Jonathan Taylor will be RB1.
Twan didn't say it.
Nah, I
Twan
didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Phil
I didn't
Yates
say
said
it.
it. Phil Yates.
I didn't say it. Phil Yates. Phil Yates said it.
Like
Phil
now.
Yates said it. But I just, you know what I'm saying? I just quoted Phil Yates, but
Facts. But
it's
funny
trending that way.
it's
Yeah.
funny
Trending that
we're
way.
looking at a list with him on number one that
Yeah.
was made
Yeah.
by John.
Yeah.
were made by the guy that said, "There's no way in hell that happens."
You're going to eat your words.
Right, yeah.
Hey, I gotta be a realist when
You
it
gotta
comes
be
to
a
the
realist.
list. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because he's doing his thing. I
He
mean,
the
No, he talking about. He got to be talking about Cook. He got to be talking about.
he's talking
Yeah,
about Cook,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
They
Man.
say you at first it was like, yeah, Cook's the victim of domestic violence. Then it came out showing pictures of the girl
Yeah, the
beat
story.
up. So I'm like, which one is it?
Oh, we
Like,
all football. We all football. We all football right now. We all football. So wait, hold on.
No
hold on.
politics.
Yeah,
No
Go back
politics.
to go back to football.
That's a whole. Like
I got something to say about your rankings, bro.
Yeah.
You got Swift at 15.
what,
So hold on,
like
wait,
that?
bro.
Who they play? Who they play this week?
Play Pitt.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah,
That's a tough,
15,
that's a
bro.
tough
I don't
matchup,
care.
man.
Let me see. Go back to the rankings. Let me see,
It goes to it's about volume, opportunity.
bro. I mean, Jamal Williams is back.
The last time we saw DeAndre Swift,
Who
Before
would
they
you put
went
him
on the
over
bye,
going against Pitt?
Play the Eagles.
They played the Eagles,
And it
and
looked bad.
this was his opportunity to shine and do his thing.
And it looked bad.
Jamal Williams was out and he did not produce. I mean, and now he's going against a tougher run defense. And he's going to have to. I mean, he's going to be like you're right. He's going to be.
What ESPN?
He's going to
got him
get
ranked?
it out the backfield. He's going to be catching the ball, all
probably.
that great stuff.
Roughly,
But-
probably.
I don't like the defense. I don't like the defense he's going against. This is going to be a problem. And 15.
So
I-
what's your issue, Twan? Why not?
I think that's low.
Well,
It's low. Only because when you think about Detroit, no matter how bad the team is, like
that's who they
the
got.
offense runs through
gotta go
DeAndre
through.
Swift. Like it does. Like if they score any type of points, it's because DeAndre Swift had something to do with the drive.
Yeah.
Like I mean, but I mean, I see.
They might
I
not
see-
score any
I
points
see-
this week.
Hey, exactly. I mean, that's my beef with it. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
It's I got
I
the
see where you at. I see where you at.
But I think
I see where you at with it.
as a football player, I think DeAndre Swift is really good and
Yeah.
talent prevails over everything. I feel like they scheme it up. They had a bye week to scheme it up and get him out in open space. I feel like he's going to see a lot of Minka Fitzpatrick. If anybody, I don't think no linebacker on Pittsburgh is suited for that. I feel like they're going to be like Minka,
Yeah.
32.
He's a
is
big
you.
play waiting to happen.
Yeah, like
so.
he's definitely
You know
going to be on that. But at any time in the game, I mean, we seen against the Rams, who's the top defense in the league. He took a screen pass 63 to the crib.
Yeah, he's a big play waiting to
So
happen.
I feel like this is
If he was on my team,
Yeah.
if he was on my team, too, I'm like 15. Like, come on, bro.
God damn.
At least I'm 12.
Yeah, at least 12. But I mean, I'm looking at the other guys, I'm looking at the matchups, and I don't agree with Josh Jacobs having a better day than Swift. I will say that. I don't agree. But out of all that, I would say, yeah, I like the list.
Yeah.
And Damien Harris.
Yeah, I got an asterisk next to his
Wait,
name. Too.
who's Damien Harris? Damien Harris,
from New England.
New England.
Oh, okay, yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
thinking about.
So
I'm
I mean,
thinking
the
about
concussion.
Damien
I mean, if you
Williams.
play-
yeah. Talking about Damien Williams. But no. I would take out Josh Jacobs for sure. People have not been running on Washington, so I'll definitely put him ahead of Leonard Fournette. I think it's more. It's going. I think Tom Brady's going to be throwing all over Washington, but that's something else for another day. But I'll give you that though. I like the list outside of that.
I mean, I like
Josh
Josh Jacobs.
for sure.
I question him too with Kenyan Drake.
Yeah,
he's getting more
Kenyan
involved.
Drake's getting looks.
He's getting more involved.
Looks.
But I was looking at games. I'm
I was
like, could it be a
watching
game
that Raiders
script where
Josh Jacobs was getting a lot of carries.
Yeah.
Or he's getting a lot of work.
Who?
Josh Jacobs.
He's just not. He's just not a 3-down back. That's
Just the fact that like
Kenyan
Yeah.
Drake comes in on third downs.
I think
But-
Kenyan Drake might come in and get that.
But if it's a running game, yeah, Josh Jacobs.
and that's that's what I was going off of, just more game script. I think it's going to be more in Josh Jacobs' favor this week. But
No, your list is solid, bro.
But,
I mean, I'm biased towards your
Yeah,
list.
of course.
Clearly.
I would be
You know what I'm
too.
saying? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
biased.
I'd be like 15.
Like, you gonna see my list and be like, what? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
but yeah. But touch back on Jonathan Taylor. You know, like I said, hey, credit is given when credit is due, and he has done he's doing his thing. So he's the number one guy. But that wraps up the running back list. We're gonna go ahead and go to the wide receivers. Squeeze got that.
Facts.
All right.
Let's start at 25. Got Jalen Waddle versus Baltimore. 24, I got Mike Williams versus Minnesota. 23, I got Adam Thielen at Los Angeles. 22, got Tyler Lockett at Green Bay. 21, I got DJ Moore at Arizona. Number 20, I got Jerry Jeudy versus Philly. 19, I got CeeDee Lamb versus Atlanta. 18, Robert Woods at San Fran. 17, I got Marquise Brown at Miami. And
Got you.
that's 17 through 25.
Nothing to say about none of those guys.
They don't have nothing to say
I mean,
about that.
Adam
That's-
Thielen should be
that's
at
what it
like
is.
20, but I ain't gonna say
I
nothing
mean,
about
I
that.
feel you.
He should be at 20, but you
I feel
know,
you,
I
but,
see
you
what
know.
you did there.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You're not
it's
mad
real.
that he's not there.
It's real. 16, I got Michael Pittman Jr. versus Jacksonville. 15, I got DeAndre Hopkins versus Carolina. 14, I got Terry McLaurin versus Tampa. 13, I got Justin Jefferson at Los Angeles Chargers. 12, I got Amari Cooper versus Atlanta. 11, I got Keenan Allen versus Minnesota. 10, DK at Green Bay. Number 9, I got Debo versus the Rams. Number 8, I got A.J. Brown versus New Orleans. Now, I do want to touch on Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman would be much higher on this list. If they wasn't playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, he would be higher. I just feel like the passing game volume is probably gonna be minimal. I feel like they're gonna go through the run game against Jacksonville, but the beneficiary of the passing game is gonna be Michael Pittman Jr. And from what I've been seeing as I'm watching these games is he's taking advantage of those opportunities. Like most times when you're catching the ball, the long passes are their touchdowns. So I really like that there. I just want to keep that short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But DeAndre Hopkins versus Carolina, he will be much higher on our list. He's definitely higher than the top 15 wide receiver. But as those know who've been watching the show, I feel like as of late he's becoming touchdown dependent. It's nothing to do with him. It's more just to do with his
the
injury.
offense.
It's his injury. It's the offense. I feel like they're being really conservative with DeAndre. They're just watching his health. But DeAndre Hopkins is definitely a top 3 wide receiver in the NFL. So he definitely is. He's more deserving of this. But a lot of people don't. If you don't notice, Stephon Gilmore plays for the Carolina Panthers, and he will be shadowing.
I mean, had a pick last week against the Patriots.
Exactly. He had picks the past 2 weeks.
Past 2
So
weeks.
Stephon Gilmore's had a pick in the past 2 games. So Stephon Gilmore is here and he's back. So yeah, and I think Bill Belichick did that being an asshole because he plays in the same division as Tom Brady. But it's another thing for another day. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I feel like he really did that because of that.
That's a chess move.
But the player that I really, really do want to talk about is Amari Cooper. A lot of people have. I look at these rankings every week. Me and my co-host, we go through these rankings when we're making these rankings, and we look and we're just like, yo, why do people have CeeDee Lamb ranked higher than Amari Cooper? Like Amari Cooper is the alpha as a wide receiver in this offense. A lot of people are sleeping on Amari Cooper. A lot of people see all the They see the flashiness from CeeDee Lamb. I feel like that takes away from Amari Cooper's game.
I've been seeing CD.
Yeah, exactly.
Highlights and all that type of shit.
Exactly. But Amari Cooper is the guy.
What the numbers look like?
Like he showed up. Like he showed up. I mean, Amari Cooper, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I mean, we're gonna go. I mean, we can take a look.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper is wide receiver 20 in half point PPR fantasy, and CeeDee Lamb is wide receiver 15. But I mean, but I will say.
But now it's Amari Cooper's time.
But I will say that I feel like Amari Cooper. I mean, he's been banged up. 532 and 5 touchdowns. I mean, it really doesn't do him justice last week that they had an off game. I just feel like as far as the matchup against Atlanta corners for Amari Cooper and that route running, you can even ask CeeDee Lamb himself. He'll be like one of the best route runners in the league, plays with me. And it's definitely Amari Cooper. So yeah. I mean, it's not even about him being in Dallas first. I just feel like he's the alpha there. Like he's the alpha there.
Wide receiver.
Yeah, like big play. Like okay, I would say.
I beg to.
I would say.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's looking like CeeDee Lamb is the guy that gets a lot of the work. That's what it looks like when I'm watching the game.
I feel like they feed off of each other. So like it's more like it's been.
I mean, it could
beneficial.
be CeeDee or Amari.
It's beneficial. It's beneficial for CeeDee Lamb by having Amari Cooper on the field.
100%.
So I think that this game is going to show like last week was kind of like a fluke. He had a really bad drop last week from what I saw, but Amari Cooper, I feel like he gets back on track this week. I feel like he's going to have a good second half of the season. I feel like Amari Cooper, he's there. Like he's here. He came in off a hamstring injury 2 weeks ago against Minnesota, caught a huge touchdown pass for them to win the game. So I will say
he's definitely the more clutch player over there in Dallas for sure.
He's definitely a more well-rounded player. But I mean, as people know, I know this firsthand. He's probably one of the most boomer bust players in the league. And he had a bust game last week, so I'm probably thinking he's going to go for 30 against Atlanta. All right,
wait for the starters.
if you pull up the rankings again, like I said, yeah, I'm done with 8 through 16.
Okay.
Yo, you guys heard it here first. That's what I think is going to happen. Number 7, I got Chris Godwin if he plays at Washington. I got number 6, Deontay Johnson versus Detroit. Mike Evans at Washington. It's kind of a theme here at Washington. Number 4, I got Stefan Diggs at New York Jets. Number 3, I got Cooper Kupp at San Fran. Number 2, I like Tyreek Hill at Las Vegas. Number 1, I like Devontae Adams with Seattle. So whenever I do the wide receiver rankings, if you guys watch the show, Devontae Adams, if he's active, he will be this is not.
Lock him in.
Yeah, I don't care who it is.
Not if Jordan Love is playing.
If Jordan Love is playing, then no.
He still had 14 targets, but they weren't on target though.
Yeah, they're not. It's not a
14 targets, but they weren't on target.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same as getting a ball thrown from you from Aaron Rodgers, but I would definitely say that Devontae Adams, I like him there. But I did want to talk about Stefan Diggs at 4. I feel like Stefan Diggs, he gets on track this week. A lot of people, he's been like middle of the pack. I mean, he's still there as a mid-range wide receiver, but a lot of people know that his talent is there, man. Steph, do your thing this week, man. Put on for the city. Eat them up this week, bro. I mean, you're gonna get your targets. Y'all might be dogging them. I know y'all mad about last week. I know I feel sorry for the Jets because I feel like they're going to take it out on the Jets. I feel like Josh Allen could potentially finish as QB1 as you have him, right? I think
I had him at 2.
You have Lamar. You have Lamar at 1.
Yeah,
but yeah, exactly. Like I feel like
it was between those two. It's
exactly. Like I feel like Josh Allen and Diggs going to be like, yo, yeah, we got to show the world
they're due because
what it's about because they haven't had that.
Yeah, they haven't
had that 3 touchdown 172-yard game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like potentially. I mean, my bold prediction is that Stefan Diggs, 150 plus yards, 2 touchdowns this week against the Jets.
He needs a game.
Like I mean, I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I can see that too.
Emmanuel
I can see that.
Sanders,
Like
you be seeing
Cole
Dawson.
Beasley.
Because what a lot of people still fail to realize is that the Jets offense is going to put up points.
That's the thing.
They're going to score.
Just about to
It's going to go up and down the field.
Mike White starting this week.
Mike White starting. He's a starter.
They told Zach Williams. They told Zach Wilson, like, yo, you can take another week.
What I tell y'all, man?
Week.
Zach Wilson's done, bro.
But the Jets offense is going to put up points, and they're better than the Jags offense. It's going to be. I'm not going to say the game's going to be competitive at all. because that Colts game was not competitive. They was kind of like scoring at the end. But
White and touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, Josh Johnson came in and was lighting them up.
They got that offense ready. That offense is moving now.
The defense needs to tighten up. Yeah. But I think that Diggs has a field day out there. Michael Pittman went off last week a little bit. I'm not gonna say he went off, but he had a solid game. But I think that Diggs gets done this week, and that's it for the wide receiver ranking.
Okay. All right, on to the tight ends.
That was you, right, John?
Yep. Let's get that up there, Mac. All right. We did 20 for the tight ends this week.
John's
but hey, man.
Hey, give him options.
Hey, number 20, Logan Thomas coming back.
Logan at 20, even if he's available?
We don't know. He felt a little bit sore today. So, I mean, we're going to see what happens. The Logan Thomas, he would be higher if he was just coming back. I mean, if he was free, if it didn't get hurt, he would be a little bit higher. But due to the injury.
Can I ask a question while we're here? Yeah. Does Ricky Seals-Jones still have value when Logan Thomas?
No.
Zero.
Drop him.
Drop him.
No.
With Logan out there?
Hey, I was on the
zero.
Not with, but
if Logan's hurt, he has some value.
I'm saying, like, y'all didn't see something in the sense of
Logan's out there.
You still work him in? Like,
nah. I mean, he's the second tight end. He's going to get some.
Who's risking that?
He's going to get some snaps.
You wait to the third quarter to see your guy on the field. Like not even getting a target on the field. Like trotting on the field.
Hey, Mac, I was on the Ricky
10% target share.
Right, yeah.
Snap count.
I was on the Ricky Seals-Jones train. I was, but it's coming to an end, man. It's time for him to get off the bus now. Logan Thomas is the guy.
It's his stop.
It's time for him to take a back seat. You got to get in the back of the bus now.
Hey, that's racist.
It's time for Logan was in the back. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying the ride for a little bit, get himself together now. It's time for Ricky Seals-Jones to sit in the back now, and Logan Thomas to take over. But if he plays, I have at 20. But now, 19, Mo Alley Cox versus Jacksonville. Tyler Conklin going against the Chargers at 18. 17, Zach Ertz versus Carolina. Jared Cook versus Minnesota at 16. 15, Noah Fant. We just got news that he was able to beat COVID, so he's ready to go. He was out. He was on the COVID protocol or whatever, so he's available this week going against Philly. So 15. Tyler Higbee at 14 going against San Fran. Dan Arnold against Indy. He's been looking pretty good the past couple of weeks. So if he is somehow still on in your waiver wires, you should pick him up. Hunter Henry at 12. I kind of dogged him out last week and had him as a sit-em, and he got back right and scored a touchdown. So he's looking good this week for going against Cleveland. I feel like he's got another opportunity to get in the end zone. Pat Freiermuth, if I pronounced it correctly.
Yeah, Muth.
Freiermuth. Pat
Freiermuth.
Okay.
Freiermuth.
Forgive me, y'all. Pat Freiermuth, he's been killing it. The target shares he's been there. He's been getting the targets. He's been doing his thing. So he barely misses the top 10. He's there at 11. You should have picked him up. I think we had him on our waiver wire pickup last week.
Yeah, we did. He was definitely on the waivers last week.
If you listen to us, you would have had him. You would have him in your lineup ready to go.
But now you're still searching for a tight end because you ain't listening.
Yeah, so you gotta listen
Come
to
on,
us,
man.
y'all. Gotta listen to us. Pat Freiermuth, man, he's doing his thing.
2 tugs.
Yeah, so and going against Detroit. Detroit has not played well versus tight ends, so this is an opportunity for him to keep the thing going. All right, but he barely misses the top 10 at 11. Could be higher, but this week at 11. Let's get to the top 10. Dalton Schultz going against Atlanta. Kind of fell off a little bit this past week going against Denver. I mean, it was just altogether bad.
Denver tough against tight ends.
Yeah, for the Cowboys this week. But he gets right against Atlanta. I forget what rank they are, but they are one of the worst teams against tight end. So Dalton Schultz should get back on track. Dallas Goedert versus Denver. We just talked about Denver, but there's no other options there for Philly. It's just it's Goddard, and then you got
Devontae Smith.
So there's going to be some force-fed targets to Goddard later on in the game. We already know the garbage man can, Mr. Hurts. He's going to get those. He's going to get those opportunities in the fourth quarter where the game's out of reach. And the garbage man.
Hey, the Phillies been in games. Don't do that. The past couple of weeks, Phillies been in games, bro.
They have been.
Come on.
They lost by what, 3 or
they lost by 2.
Yeah. So hey, we'll see what. Yeah, but I got them up here because I do feel like Denver is. You can't sleep on Denver. They've been playing all right. They've been solid.
Now they're a solid football team.
They slapped us.
They beat Dallas. They're trending in the right direction, and they're going against Philly. And this game is at Denver. So, Denver should keep things going, and I do feel like this is going to be a situation where Philly is going to be down. They're going to be behind, and they're going to have to throw the ball. So I think there's going to be some targets forced.
Who do you think wins this game? Denver versus Philly.
I'm gonna go Denver.
I got Philly.
I'm gonna go Denver.
I got Philly winning this one. Tough game.
I like what Denver's doing. Jerry Judy's back. Sutton, he's got to get things going.
Like Denver. To your point, P. I feel like Denver. They might be on a high after beating Dallas so bad. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna come in and take Philly lightly.
It's really gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
we on top of the world type shit.
I feel like that's what the Bills did. I hate when teams do that. Like, beat the teams that you're supposed to beat.
That's why coaches in practice like, you better not take this. You better take this team serious. Like,
bro, but you be seeing how the NFL players, they're like 25, 26-year-old niggas. Like, they're young, so they can think that.
They going to the bar before the game.
Thinking that they got the dub.
Yeah, Jerry Judy's back. So I like Denver. They show that they can play. They can be in games against some of the best teams in the league. I like Denver in this game to beat Philly. I could be wrong, but Philly has not really shown me what they beat. Who they beat?
Nah, Denver's definitely the favorites in this.
Who did they beat?
It's in Mile High.
Any tough
Atlanta. Who did they play? They were on a bye. What? No, it wasn't.
What are you talking about?
This is who.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Philly. Who did they play last week? Who did they play?
We played LA.
They played
the Chargers, didn't they?
Yeah, they played the Chargers. Yeah, okay. Chargers won that. But they had they was all right. They was in it, but Denver, I think they're trending up, so I like Denver in that game, but I do feel like Dallas Goedert will get his targets and get his opportunities. Okay. Rob Gronkowski against Washington. As you guys know, with our defense, they've been playing better, but I'm still iffy with our line. We got Landon Collins back there in linebacker. He's been coming down playing a little bit, but he's not covering as well as what we would like. Can we say that? Can we agree? I
agree. Landon Collins he's been a flop since we signed him.
But Rob Gronkowski, if he's back this week, he's going to get some looks, especially in the red zone. Tom's going to look his way. So I feel like he does get back this week. He had a hiccup last week or the week before nearby where he was out. He came out the game. He tried to play, and he had a back injury, something like that happened, and he was out. But he's had a week to get right. He's going to be ready to go, I believe, and he should have a solid stat line going against Washington. With number 7, TJ Hawkinson, he's really, him and Swift have really been the only guys there, and then a sprinkle of Jamal Williams when he's out there. They've been the only ones really been consistent. They've been the only ones that have been consistent. I think TJ Hawkinson is going to continue to be TJ Hawkinson. He's going to get his targets, even though it's Pittsburgh. I believe that he's still going to do enough to have a solid day. So at number 7, TJ Hawkinson. George Kittle at number 6 had a great week last week. He played well.
Off the comeback, 101 yards in the tug.
101 yards and a touchdown. So
George Kittle.
So this could be another good one for him. It's a division game going against the Rams. So he's going to get his opportunities. That's
probably been his best game of the season. Huh?
Yeah, but when George Kittle is when he's available and he's out there, majority of the time he's playing well. So number 6, George Kittle, going against the Rams. I like that one. Mike Gesicki at number 5. This guy, for people that don't know, he is ranked 3rd at tight end right now. And
he had 2 monster weeks in a row.
And I don't feel like Mike Gesicki gets enough love, man. he's been doing his thing. He's been consistent with Brissett and Tua in there. I feel like he's like the only consistent player on the Miami Dolphins right now. And the one-handed catches he's been putting up, man, I'm like, all right, he's somebody that you can start with confidence at tight end, especially with the tight end position where you don't have many options. He's getting it done. He's getting it done. And I wasn't a believer in the beginning of the season with him, but he's doing his thing. And they're going against Baltimore. I feel like this is going to be a game. They're going to have to throw the ball. Either whoever played Tua or Brissett, it doesn't matter. He's going to be solid. I feel like he's still going to be top 5 regardless of who's there. So Mike Gesicki going against Baltimore, and then sticking with that matchup, Mark Andrews at Miami at number 4. Mark Andrews didn't have a great week last week, but I'm starting to see Lamar get him more involved. He's trying to get him more involved. We all know last year Mark Andrews was a dog in the beginning of the year, just getting targeted. I mean, that was Lamar's guy. I feel like they want to get that back. They want to get Mark Andrews more involved. So I feel like this will be the game to do that versus Miami. You're able to pass on Miami. I mean, you're able to do that. I mean, Mark Andrews is going to be a guy to be able to make that happen. So I like Mark Andrews at number 4. Kyle Pitts versus Dallas. He's the truth. Kyle Pitts is the truth. Yeah, he's the truth, man. They don't have much options over there right now with Ridley out. I mean, they got Gage, Zacchaeus, and Sharp, Tajay Sharp. I mean,
who's number 17?
Zacchaeus.
Oh, Zacchaeus. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah.
He had 2 touchdowns. Like, I mean, so, but Kyle Pitts, they're going against Dallas. Kyle Pitts, they're going against Dallas. He's gonna have a great week. I think that this may be Kyle Pitts' best week right here against Dallas, because I think they're gonna have to throw the ball. So, and this is a matchup that I would highlight right here. I don't want to get too off topic, but this matchup, Dallas and Atlanta. I like Matt Ryan in this matchup. I like Kyle Pitts, Dak, anybody that you had, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper.
It's going to be a good fantasy.
It's going to be a good fantasy matchup. So DFS, I would definitely be targeting these guys. But Kyle Pitts, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is going to be his best fantasy week, fantasy stat line. I feel like he's going to have a great week. Definitely will be a stardom in my DFS lineup. So if you do play DFS, target this man. I think that Kyle Pitts could finish as the number 1 tight end this week, potentially. He's top 3 on my list, but as far as your price range in DFS, Kyle Pitts could be your guy, right?
Waller and Kelsey got to be top 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to be. And then Waller,
the target share is just crazy.
Came back. I mean, I want to say Waller went over 100 yards receiving this past week. So he came back strong this week. So I would like to see it more consistently from him, but he's a dog, man. Number 2, I got to give him that for right now. So number 2, Darren Waller. I'm not going to speak too much on that. Travis Kelce got in the end zone last week. I still think that I could see more from him, man, but I'm not going to drop Travis Kelce, man.
I'm 2 for 2 on your rankings. 1-1.
Yeah. So
I'll take it.
Travis Kelce. I mean, I can't drop my man. I mean, even though
you got 2 players that are number 1.
On John's list.
Hey, we gotta see how you do this week. If you come back next week with an L,
you should win.
Wrong.
You should win.
Somewhere.
The matchups you got
somewhere.
Something.
Great matchup. Too much focus on my guys. We're putting corners on Kelce lately, like real live corners.
Got to.
Yeah, like shutdown corners have been playing. Like Tre'Davious White, when they played the Bills, was guarding Travis Kelce.
That's what I would do in double Tyreek and have a good safety over and
they have Micah Hyde over time.
The corners in the middle.
I don't know why every team does not look at that Buffalo Bills game.
They're just playing nickel.
Yo,
so they got an extra.
They have Micah over top. Safety just a corner. Just okay, man. He's gonna get ate up. They know that. But then you got Micah Hyde. I mean, it doesn't hurt that Micah Hyde is an all-pro. Like, he's one of the better safeties in the league. But then you got a top 5 cornerback guarding your best underneath guy. Just took everything out the game. That's why that game was like so close. They got dogged. Didn't the Bills dog them? The Bills kind of dogged the
Courtney,
Chiefs.
they playing Washington, Courtney. Get Gronk in there. If Gronk is healthy, you start him.
Oh yeah, you start Gronk. You gotta start
Courtney,
Gronk.
If Gronk's available, you start him. If he's playing, you start him.
Get him in there.
Now, I was going to say, though.
Yeah, fire him up.
Is it that team's best corner, okay, if they're guarding Kelsey, is he lining up as like a slot receiver, or is he mostly lining up at tight end?
No, he's like on the line.
So you got motherfuckers lining up like linebackers.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Like 87, we're taking you out of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, he's projected. Yeah. I don't know if he's gonna play, but if he's in there, you start him.
Yep. But
That's
all right,
tough call.
that wraps up the tight end
I think he
rankings.
is projected 0 right now because
We're gonna go ahead. We're
I don't
gonna
know
get
if he-
to
I don't think he
we're gonna
practices
get to
with
our
that.
defense. Defenses.
let's run through these defenses.
Yeah.
That's Sean P.
You never know with defense. You can think you got the
Yeah,
best defense in there
You
and then
can't
give
sleep
you
on
0.
it. Defenses are important, y'all.
You have a top 5 D, 0.
Defenses are important, so make sure y'all pay attention to the list.
Defense is
If you got a
tough,
screenshot the defense, because sometimes that could be the reason why you win or lose a game. So I
Tell me about it. I
Yeah.
had the Eagles defense 20. Took him out of there. -2 from the Bears.
Yeah.
Bro, that's the worst too. When you like had them starting all week. Now took them out. Put a different defense in there. Like it's tough. Defense is tough. All right, number 15, got the Chargers versus Minnesota. Number 14, the Titans versus New Orleans. Number 13, the Eagles at Denver. Number 12, I got the Browns defense at New England. At 11, I got the Saints defense at Tennessee. At number 10, I got the Broncos versus Philly. At number 9, I got the Cowboys versus Atlanta. At number 8, I got the Patriots versus Cleveland. Let's move on to the top 7. Got nothing to say about those defenses right there. They only on here because I got to go 15. At number 7, I got the Buccaneers defense at Washington. I know the Buccaneers give up a lot of passing yards, but I feel like they're going to be able to get at Heineke. They're going to get turnovers. They're going to get sacks. So that's why I got them at 7. At number 6, I got the Ravens at Miami. Number 5, I got the Rams at San Francisco. And number 4, I got the Colts defense versus Jacksonville. I know the Colts defense, I think they put up 0 last week, but I think they bounced back this week against Jacksonville, getting sacks and turnovers.
They let the Jets do
Yeah, the
whatever.
Colts in
Yeah,
there.
they let the Jets do whatever.
I got him in there again.
You got to put them in there this week. You got to throw them in
I
there.
got him in
man.
there again.
Throw them in there.
Well,
Yeah.
why?
Because they had 0 against the Jets.
They had 0 against the Jets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why?
It's a
why
new
put them
week.
in
It's a
there?
new week,
Why
bro.
you
It's a
put
new
it
week.
in the new-
It's a new week, bro.
Yeah.
They're playing Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They're going to get sacks and turnovers against Trevor Lawrence. They're going to.
Joe
bro.
Sean's motto.
They it's a new week, man.
Forgive and forget.
Yeah,
Sean's
you
motto,
got to
forgive and
though.
forget.
You got to. You know, it happens.
I'm not mad at
It
that.
happens.
Yikes.
All right, the top 3. The top 3. I got the Steelers
So I said
defense.
follow the data.
They're trending down. They're
Follow the
trending down.
trend. Follow the trend.
Nah, bro. They gonna bounce back this week.
Where's Carolina at? Carolina win?
Trevor Lawrence career day out there.
No Carolina?
So what?
Carolina versus who?
Who Carolina play? Carolina.
Arizona.
Oh,
Hell no, they're not on this list.
Oh yeah, they're not in there. No. Not a shot. Not a shot.
All right, number 3, I got Pitt's defense versus Detroit. Yeah, it's Detroit. We don't like the quarterback.
They could
over
probably
there.
be number 1.
They could potentially, but I like the
Yeah.
Cardinals versus
They got a
at
shot.
Carolina going against the backup quarterback and PJ Walker.
Yeah.
So you got to go. I like Carolina's defense. They're about to get a hella sacks, hella turnovers this week.
No,
Carolina-
Cardinals defense.
You mean the Cardinals?
Cardinals defense, yeah.
Cardinals.
Cardinals defense is gonna look like fucking the Bears in '85 this week. Number 1, I got the Bills. Number 1 against at the Jets. Even with my man Mike White, that's my guy. But nah, not this week. The Bills, they're gonna come out strong.
Not coming up.
They took an L last week. They're gonna come out firing. Sacks, turnovers for the
It
Bills.
might be a
Touchdown.
shit show out there.
Touchdowns is in the works also.
Could get ugly.
Look,
Might
I
be
love
bad,
the Bills
dude.
as much as the next guy. Y'all know
Yeah.
Jack Allen is my guy, but like,
Nah.
I don't know. Like, I like what the
I mean,
Jets
but their
have been doing
defense-
offensively.
Yeah,
the
but their
last
defense-
couple weeks.
The Bills' defense was still their defense was tough last week. They only gave up 9
Yeah, they
points.
gave
The
up 9
offense
points.
just couldn't move the ball.
I don't know what
Like-
was going. I wasn't. I wish I was watching
Dog,
the game. What
The
fuck was
Jacksonville
happening?
defense,
I'd rather
they
not
look
talk
like a
about
top
the
5
Bills.
defense out there, bro.
We cannot talk about the Bills game right now, bro.
Bro, I'm probably.
We can't talk about
If
that
you
game.
lost money, I lost money.
No, I mean, no, it was my survivor pick. So like,
Oh, yeah,
for 50K, like I would still be in it, like in the running. I mean, what are the chances of me winning the whole thing? But it's still just you don't lose to the. I can only imagine the people. There's probably people out there who's like 20,000 on the Bills, dog. This week just to win.
To win 1,000.
Yeah.
To win 1,000. There's people out there that put 20,000 just to win like 4,000 on the Bills. And you're out of $20,000.
This shit was negative.
And you know they snatched their bread first. They snatched their bread first. They snatched their bread before they took me out of Survivor.
Nah, that's that. Hey, ain't no way. That's politics, dog. They told the Bills you gotta lose today.
Nah, it's no way, bro.
They told the Bills they gotta lose, dog.
So they told Diggs he had to drop ball.
Yes.
Here, drop ball
Yes.
there. Nah.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't watching that game.
Any given Sunday, these are professional football players.
I mean, I could be working.
It's the refs.
The politicians be working. Telling you, bro.
Y'all really believe in that?
We can't talk about that on this show.
I believe so. I believe in it to an
in the
extent.
NFL.
I believe in it
Come on,
to an
dog.
extent.
How much
You don't think it's no politics?
Listen.
Oh, you watch the Super Bowl?
All the money involved in this every week.
The
Yeah.
Super
Come
Bowl.
on,
They be like, y'all gotta win, y'all gotta lose.
If a mob boss want this team to lose, they gonna lose that week.
Facts.
Oh my god.
Facts.
No,
Or
come on,
somebody in
man.
that person's
Somebody-
family is fucked
Somebody in
up.
a position of power.
Maybe
Come
I'm
on,
naive.
dog.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
naive.
No, that's true.
I feel like niggas
And it's so
be winning.
easy.
I feel like niggas be trying. I feel like
It's
they
so
try.
easy
I feel
to
like they go
swing,
out there
But the
and try.
refs, you
Our
can't beat the
football
refs,
game.
bro.
That's a big fact.
It's
Can't
so
beat the
easy
refs.
to pay off a
Tim
ref or something.
Donahue or
Yeah.
whatever his name from the NBA.
Yeah, you can't beat the refs.
Facts.
You can't beat the ref.
Can't.
What kind of call is that? Really on the field stands.
Exactly.
What was that shit on Monday night?
Oh, yeah, when
I heard something about a hip check.
The ref like knocked it to him and threw a flag on him, bro.
That was
But they
bullshit.
said it was taunting because he
Taunting.
went over to the
Yeah.
That was
Steelers
bullshit.
bench. He went over to the Steelers.
But he threw the
Literally,
flag as soon as he bumped into him. He threw the flag.
It was
Yeah.
fourth. It was
Wait,
like fourth
you
and
see
long.
that?
They were about
I need something. I need something.
Yep. He like backed up like, he was twerking.
That shit was- yeah. He backed that thing up on that nigga. He's like, I ran into me.
Damn, pause. All right, y'all.
Go ahead.
That wraps
They say
up
he's twerking.
the defenses, y'all. That wraps up the defenses for the
I'm ready to
week.
keep it
And
moving.
that wraps up the rankings. We finished our rankings for this week, but right now we're going to take a quick commercial break. So we got to pay these bills. Right. That's what they say, right? We got to pay the bills. Oh, yeah. We got to pay the bills or whatever. Yeah.
Make sure my vocals right. Make sure the beat right. Welcome to the fifth show.
Time to cuff.
Powered by ItsNation TV.
ItsNation TV.
That's why I try to get in line.
Play, execute, have fun, dub.
I can do a lot more than what I think I can.
This is Sean.
This is John.
And this is Twan.
Tune in to The Fantasy with SJT on ItsNation TV on YouTube at 5:30 on Wednesdays. We got the position rankings, the stardom sit-ems, buy low, sell high, and listen to your boy. Don't listen to these guys over here.
man.
Don't listen to your boy. The boy's undefeated right now. 139. I finished at the top of the league this week.
Look, listen,
You know what I
listen
mean?
to me. If you're gonna listen to anybody, listen to me. Wait until y'all see what the GOAT is about to do to these gentlemen.
4-time champ right here, so you know who to listen to. The champ is here. Until anyone dethrones me and wins more ships than me, I'm still the champ of this league. Men lie, women lie,
Man,
numbers don't.
It sounds good, man, but consistency is key in fantasy. 7 straight playoff appearances. You got to put yourself in position to win. All in all, what I'm gonna say, man, tune in 5:30 every Wednesday. Also, hop in the feed on Wednesdays at 5:30. We answer your questions live, so come get your best fantasy advice with us, SJT.
And we're gonna give y'all the stardom and sit-ems and the buy and sells, but we're gonna start with the stardom sit-ems next. So let's get into that.
Get to them stardoms. Get to them stardoms. Let's get to these stardoms.
Okay, give me a second.
Stardom, sit 'em. You know, they always try and come for my stardoms, but then, you know, justice prevails every week. Yes.
Like, do they?
Two. All right, quarterback stardoms. Number one. Got my man Carson Wentz early. I talked about him earlier doing the rankings.
Where was Carson Wentz ranked at?
9.
He was 9? Oh, okay.
I was laughing like shit. He's ranked number 9. I was like, what?
He's on my team. That's how I know. Like, I was like,
oh, he's ranked number 9 on ESPN.
He's ranked number 9 on ESPN. He's QB9
That's crazy.
in fantasy.
Could I change that later?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the change
That's the change I wanted to make.
Oh, yeah. He's QB9 overall.
Carson
What
Wentz.
was he at before?
13.
Oh.
Nice. Man, out there throwing TDs. You need a backup quarterback? Does he have your buy already? Herbert? You know?
Yeah.
Let's get these starters back up there.
Good.
So Carson Wentz is my number one stardom. Like I told you, I talked about him earlier during the rankings. I like Carson Wentz a lot this week. My bold prediction is actually Carson Wentz being quarterback 1 this week. I feel like, they're going to run with Jonathan Taylor, but I feel like the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to set out to stop the run. We're going to see a lot of play action. Michael Pittman deep down the field, touchdowns. I like Carson. I'm not saying, Jonathan Taylor's still going to do his thing. He's going to find the end zone. But I like Carson Wentz this week versus Jacksonville.
Don't reveal the bold prediction yet because we ain't posted yet. But
it don't matter.
Don't reveal.
We for the people.
They get the
Facts. We for the people. The people watching.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
All right.
People hear the people hear the people. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
That's the benefit of
That. Yeah, I mean, not because he did a personal video. I mean, I was, go ahead if you want to say it.
Don't matter.
My phone at.
Carson Wentz starting with confidence this week. Number 2, Dak Prescott versus Atlanta. Only reason I got Dak on here is because Dallas been looking a little shaky. Like they winning, but it's not looking pretty. Dak is ranked quarterback 13 right now. Quarterback 13. He was drafted to be a top 5 quarterback. So Dak has not played very well. He's been okay in fantasy purposes. But start Dak this week versus Atlanta. I feel like it's going to be a big fantasy day for both teams. So I like Dak Prescott this week. Derek Carr versus Kansas City. Kansas City is ranked 31st against quarterbacks. So I feel like this is going to be a Derek Carr type game. Pat Mahomes. I feel like this is the opportunity. They're going to put up points this week. Every week I'm like, this is Kansas City's week. I think this is going to be the week. I feel like it's going to be a shootout between the Raiders and the Chiefs. I think last year they put up combined almost 80 points. Remember that game? KC versus Las Vegas last year.
Oh yeah.
That shit was crazy.
But listen, Casey is
I know.
I know,
but it's still Pat Mahomes, man.
Hey, minor disclaimer, our producer is anti Pat Mahomes. So he's the reason why we always say,
did you lose money going to get
Pat Mahomes is being evaluated because he said
on KC at all this year.
You should have bet with me when you was at the crib because you would have came up some bread that day.
That week, yes.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
That week, yes. But all I'm saying is that from a critical, stat watcher, performance watcher, KC's just not doing it. And y'all know that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said, Pat Mahomes is ranked 7 on my list. If he don't get it done this week, if it doesn't look better, next time I do quarterbacks, he's definitely going to be outside the top 10.
The next time you do quarterbacks is 3 weeks, so he could be.
3 great performances.
I mean,
QB1.
I'm just saying. I'm talking for y'all, too. He should be outside y'all top 10 also.
Facts. If you see him, so the next time, if you see him inside the top 10, you're going to be like,
yes. I'm like, no.
20 TDs, 10 interceptions. He had 6 interceptions in the last 2 years or something like that.
Something like that.
I don't want to talk about Patty.
Crazy.
Bro,
$500 million talking about right there,
I mean,
man.
it don't matter.
He can get you canceled quick.
Hey.
What happened to Mac? I don't know, y'all. So, he was talking about Pat, and then
Racketeering.
We doing the show this week?
What Jay-Z said? He said, I can get you something. I got a Billy on me.
Oh, facts,
Yeah. All right. At number 4, Matt Ryan versus Dallas. Going back to that Dallas game, like I said, I feel like it's going to be a high-scoring affair. I feel like it's going to be a fantasy day for both teams. I feel like you can even start a Russell Gage in this game. I like Matt Ryan this week. He's been solid. Matt Ryan's been solid. Pull up those numbers for Matt Ryan. He's been solid.
Russell Gage?
I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, I feel you.
You know what I mean? I'm just
he
saying,
might
like,
sneak behind the D, get one.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a lot of opportunities. Matt Ryan's going to be throwing the football. He's been solid. He's quarterback. Quarterback 17. You know,
you can't say those numbers.
Last week against New Orleans, 343, 2 tugs, 27 fantasy points. I mean, he's trending. Remember trends? He's trending the right way. He's trending the right way.
The week before that, 5.3.
He's trending the right way. But then he had 17, 20, 28. You know, Matt Ryan, he's a streaky guy. He's a matchup. He's a matchup type of guy. And I feel like I like this matchup against Dallas this week.
Dallas defense is looking like, we thought they were.
Trayvon Diggs is coming back down to reality.
I mean, I like Trayvon Diggs, but
they still let Teddy do whatever he wanted.
You're losing that defense
Teddy
player
did
of the year
whatever
every week.
Teddy.
Teddy
2 gloves.
There was a question that you asked Tweez a couple of weeks ago about Trayvon Diggs. Was he a shutdown corner or something like that?
Yeah.
I think we all say he wasn't.
Nah, nobody said he was.
I think I said he was.
You think you said he was? I gotta go back.
So I'm gonna say that I said he was.
He's a play. He's like he's a Sante
Samuel, and I'm gonna say that I said he was.
I don't remember. I remember you asking that question.
He's an Asante Samuels type of player. Like,
I said that he's an Asante. Yeah, I said
he's a playmaker.
I think I said
I don't know if you said that. Don't try.
He's the Dallas Cowboys Asante Samuel. I think
you might have said that. You might have said that.
I said he's jumping on anything, but he's just making the right jumps right now.
Big facts.
Not these past couple of weeks, but all right, let's move to the running backs. James Conner versus Carolina. It's not the best matchup, but if you play fantasy football, you know that Chase Edmonds is going to be out a few weeks. So James Conner's volume is about to be crazy these next couple of weeks. You saw what he did last week. He had 173 total yards and 3 touchdowns. When he's the guy, I feel like, even when Chase Edmonds in there, he had 8 touchdowns before that game. I think he was leading the league in rushing touchdowns.
He was.
Before last week. So just imagine with the starting running back out, now his opportunities are going to be through the roof, even in the pass game, everything. He's going to be a workhorse running back for the Cardinals, and you can start James Conner.
Right now he has 11
total touchdowns right now.
Ridiculous, dog.
For James Conner. So Chase Edmonds out, you start James Conner with confidence, like my man John would say. Number 2 on the running back list, I got Devontae Freeman versus at Miami. Freeman, I think he saw 17 carries last week for 73 yards. So Miami's run defense isn't the best. I feel like his volume is going to be there. 1379. He 15.3 fantasy points. So that means he was doing something in the pass game. Also,
he had to score a touchdown.
Scored a receiving touchdown. So I like Devontae Freeman in this run-heavy offense going against Miami. I like him at number 2 in my running back stardoms. Number 3, Jordan Howard. Start Jordan Howard this week. It's not the best matchup at Denver, but Philly finally wants to run the ball when Miles Sanders gets hurt. I don't know. Last week he had 12 for 57, 2 tugs. His carries went up this week. He had 17 for 71 in the tug. So his volume is going up. I feel Philly wants to run the football. I don't know if they didn't like Miles Sanders back there. I don't know what it was, but Jordan Howard's getting his carries. He's making the most of it. So start Jordan Howard. Melvin Gordon versus Philly. We talked about Javonte Williams earlier. I don't know. I like Melvin Gordon. He's the one scoring the touchdowns. He's the one in the pass game. So I like him this week going against Philly. I think their defense is ranked. Let me see. They're ranked 28th against running backs. So you start Melvin Gordon this week. Of course, you start Javonte Williams also. But I like Melvin Gordon as a stardom this week. Move on to the wide receivers. Hunter Renfrow versus Kansas City. Kansas City's been a little tough against wide receivers, but Hunter Renfrow, his volume has been good. I mean, they signed Deshaun Jackson, but he's just a deep threat. anything underneath. Derek Carr's looking at Renfro for that. He's a security blanket right now. Darren Waller, I don't know. He was about to be a panic button player before last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think you still panic on it. It hasn't looked good for Darren Waller. But I like Hunter Renfro this week versus Kansas City. It's going to be one of those shootout type games, I believe. I like Amari Cooper versus Atlanta this week. He's boomer bust, but this is going to be one of his boom games, like Twan said when he was talking about Amari Cooper in the rankings. I like Amari Cooper this week. He's about to boom. So start Amari Cooper. Michael Pittman versus Jacksonville. Michael Pittman's been the one getting all the targets from Carson Wentz.
Wide receiver 9.
And I like Carson Wentz this week. So, of course, I'm going to like Michael Pittman this week.
Wide receiver 9.
Wide receiver 9. The target share is there. He had 15 targets against Tennessee 2 weeks ago. He only had 6 last week, but that's only because they were running the football. They were running the football.
I believe it. I believe it.
So you start Michael Pittman with confidence this week.
Yeah. It's too late.
And number 4, I got Rashad Bateman. I feel like this is going to be his coming out party. So if you got him on your team, this is the week you want to start him at Miami. CH. This is the week you want to start Bateman this week. This is about to be his coming out party. I don't feel like he's going to take over Marquise Brown. No, but I feel like this is going to be the game where he gets his feet wet this game. Like, I like it. Logan Thomas. This is why I say you got him ranked so low at 20. I like Logan Thomas if he starts this week. First Tampa. Tampa's been giving up a lot of yards, like passing yards.
I mean, Tampa's ranked
they're 24th
against tight ends.
So I like Logan Thomas this week. If he suits up, you start him. Pat, say his name for me. Freiermuth. I got to get that down because he's becoming a guy.
He's becoming somebody where you're going to hear so much.
Yeah,
you're going to be like, hey, Freiermuth is out there.
Exactly.
It's
just like TJ. TJ Huzmanzada. Nobody knew what his name was until he started making plays.
Who's your mama?
Who's your mama? Exactly.
Who's your daddy? That was a commercial.
Oh, yeah. Who's your mama?
So I like him this week against Detroit. They're actually pretty solid against tight ends, but Big Ben has been looking his way a lot. He's like a red zone target out there.
He's like the Vance McDonald now.
So we're firing up Freiermuth.
Heath Miller.
Or Jesse James.
Yeah. So fire him up this week.
Ebron. Was it Ebron?
Eric Ebron?
Yeah.
Yeah, last year.
I remember Ebron.
Eric Ebron,
yeah.
I mean, Eric Ebron was killing in that offense. So
all right, the next tight end I like to start is Dalton Schultz versus Atlanta. Like we talked about earlier, I feel like this is going to be a fantasy day for everyone that's playing for Dallas. Zeke, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb.
In Atlanta.
Is Michael Gallo coming back this week? I don't know. But Dalton Schultz, I like him this week. He's been Dak's security blanket. Dak's been looking his way. Last year he wasn't too busy last week, but the Cowboys offense looked like trash last week. I think they get it back going this week against Atlanta. My defense and special teams, I got Arizona versus Carolina. I like Arizona this week. We spoke on that earlier. They got PJ Walker, their backup quarterback. I didn't care. I don't care if it was Sam Darnold. They will still be a starter this week. So, do the math. They got the backup there now. Tampa Bay, Washington. Tampa Bay gives up in the past game special team versus Detroit. And then number 4, the Colts defensive special teams versus Jacksonville. And that rounds up the stardoms for this week.
All right.
We're going to move on to the situms.
Any disagreements on that?
I mean, you never know.
I don't know. I'm confident in them starters.
I think there's at least one.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should start going head to head with the stardom settings.
Y'all don't like somebody on that list.
I feel like we should start going head to head with the stardom settings. But hey, stardom settings. I like you guys said Derek Carr versus KC. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because KC last week
did I have Derek Carr as a stardom?
Yes, you did. Shit.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna come back to this next week. So this is
something we're gonna revisit. But here's the thing.
Put the star next to this.
Derek Carr. He Derek Carr. He last week. I mean, I don't think it looked too well. I don't think it looked too well for him out there.
He had like 9 fantasy points.
Yeah, I didn't think it looked too well for him out there. Even though KC played Jordan Love last week, they did what they were supposed to do against Jordan Love, and the addition of Melvin Ingram looked pretty good for that defense. Well rounded, it looked pretty good. They just added Deshaun Jackson. I don't think that's going to be enough. They lost Henry Ruggs. I don't think that he replaces that. The run game, a lot of people is not going to be just running all over KC. I mean, they're just not. I mean, ask Aaron Jones last week. He didn't really do too much, but Aaron Jones is better than Josh Jacobs and Kenyan Drake. So what I will say is that I feel like this is going to be a mid-scoring game. I'm going to say a low-scoring game, kind of like a average scoring game. But it's a division game. It's going to be a hard-fought game. I don't see Derek Carr having a great week. Jimmy Garoppolo versus the Rams. Jimmy Garoppolo is about to be playing against the Rams with the addition of Von Miller. He's probably going to be running for his life out there. So I will say that this is not a good matchup. They probably will get down early. He might get his yards in garbage time, but I feel like he's not going to have a good day. Ryan Tannehill versus New Orleans. New Orleans got a chip on their shoulder from having a terrible week last week against Matt Ryan and the Falcons. I feel like Ryan Tannehill doesn't get much going against this New Orleans defense. I feel like they get it figured out. Teddy Bridgewater versus Philly. Teddy Bridgewater and the Denver offense had a great week last week. They played Dallas. Now they're going up against Philly. A lot of people are going to downgrade Philly's defense because of what they saw Justin Herbert do, but I don't think Philly allows it twice. I don't feel like. Hold on real quick, y'all. People gotta get in their mode over here. You know what I'm saying?
We hear you.
People had to get their confidence real quick to interrupt my shit. And then they gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's coming. It's coming, folks. It's coming, folks. So they about to just. I don't like it.
It's definitely coming. It's definitely coming.
That confidence, but yeah, I don't like Teddy Bridgewater versus Philly. I don't feel like I don't think Philly's back into their defense is going to allow what the Chargers they let Justin Herbert do to him last week. So definitely not.
I agree.
Kirk Cousins at Los Angeles Chargers. I think you downgrade him. I feel like Kirk Cousins in his offense. They're underperforming to me. I don't think that Justin Jefferson is living up to the hype right now. I feel like Justin Jefferson should be playing with a chip on his shoulder because he sees his peer going off right now. Jamar Chase is leading the league in almost in a lot of categories that Justin Jefferson is not. Kirk Cousins is not getting it done. I feel like he'll be outdoors.
He's still killing though. Justin Jefferson is still killing. He's just not killing as much as
he's not killing, man. I think I feel like he has like one game over 100 yards.
I feel like I saw a stat.
I mean,
within the first, he's the fastest to what?
Fastest to something. I mean, he did everything last year.
Oh,
but he has 2 games over 100 yards this year.
Okay.
So he has 2 games over 100, and
fastest to something.
Pretty much he has 2 games over 90 yards this year. I say that.
Not killing.
This is coming from like the NFL's second leading receiver last year.
Yeah.
Regardless, he was killing, but I feel like this offense as a whole has underperformed. Even Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook is probably the most trustworthy. Adam Thielen, and Justin Jefferson are definitely every week fantasy starters, but Kirk Cousins is the guy responsible for getting those guys the ball. So you got to downgrade them against the Chargers.
Chargers defense is ranked 5th against quarterbacks.
Yeah,
so.
like it's not gonna be sweet out there. So now we move on to the running backs. Got AP versus New Orleans. He's about to go up against one of the best run defenses in the league. AP looked mediocre last week. It is what it is. He's gone. Mike Davis at Dallas. Mike Davis is not the guy anymore. I mean, but you might be forced to start him. He's still on the field for
he's dropping.
a relatively a lot of stuff.
Drop him.
He's terrible.
Drop him.
You can't drop him.
He makes the sit-on list every week.
He does though.
You can drop him.
You can't drop him because if something happens to Patterson, then he's the guy.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's a good.
He's still a low end running back too when F Cordell gets hurt.
Yes, very low end flex pay, but
yeah,
he's definitely becoming Patterson like he's getting hurt. So might be able to drop him if you need space for something there.
Only if you need space.
Only if you need space. So I would definitely say that. Number 3 on my list, I got Devin Singletary at Jets. Devin Singletary, don't take it. Don't go off of last week. Trust me, this guy is number one guy that can fool you. He can get you good. He had 9.4 fantasy points and half-point PPR, meaning that he probably had a better day in 4-point PPR. But on the ground against Jacksonville, he had 6 carries for 16 yards. Do not be fooled by these stats, people.
Yeah.
He's not startable.
Yeah,
Boston Scott.
Don't fall for the trick.
Don't please don't. Number 4, I got Boston Scott going up against Denver. Boston Scott, as my peer touched on, he's starting Jordan Howard. I had Boston Scott last week. I was riding the Boston Scott train, and my man got me like 4 or 5 points or something like that. I mean, it's still just I feel like the Eagles' offense is leaning more towards Jordan Howard, so he's the guy there. My downgrade is, I hate to say it, I gave my man some literally. I gave my man some literally a ruckus about this. So
give him some flack.
Yeah, definitely some flack. But
about what?
DeAndre Swift.
Oh, DeAndre Swift. Yeah.
So you got to downgrade DeAndre Swift. Is even coming out the bye, they're gonna scheme it up for him. You know, like I said, DeAndre Swift's offense runs to DeAndre Swift. But I mean, I will say that he's playing.
Pittsburgh knows that.
He's playing Pitt. He's playing Pitt. Like, Pittsburgh's defense is no joke. They know that he's the best player on their offense. They're going to try to take him out of the game. So I will say downgrade him. I'm definitely starting him. If you have him in fantasy, I'm not going to tell you to bench him. I'm not telling you to bench him. I'm just telling you, if you're out there telling your peers, like, DeAndre Swift can go off this week, he's probably not going to go off this week. But he's probably get you a solid 10, 11 points. But ESPN got him for 14.5 PPR. Hopefully it happens. Your expectation. I would definitely say hopefully it happens, but I'm definitely on the lower side of that. I'm on the under. All right, we're gonna move to the wide receivers. Ben Jefferson, I feel like you gotta sit him only because I feel like man, Robert Woods is healthy, man. He's back full effect. Robert Woods is back in full effect.
My man
Cooper
saw 90+%
of the snaps. Not of the targets. So here's the thing. There's a difference. There's a difference. You could be on the field. An offensive guard is on the field for 100%. So I mean,
that's about skill position.
I feel you. I'm messing with you. But at the same time, like if he's on the field for 90% of the snaps, I want to know what Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp are on the field for, because
98.
Like, come on, man. Like, they gonna be on the field, bro. Hey, BP.
Haters got hate. Eric, we all need haters.
Don't ever do that.
Yeah, good life apparel.
Don't ever do that. Yeah, where the fuck is mine? Never got back to me on my shirt. But anyway, look, I feel like Van Jefferson, last week was his week. Last week they missed him too. He dropped a big ball last week, matter of fact. I seen it. He dropped a big pass last week. And that was it. That was it for Van. I'm not gonna say that was it because Robert Woods was kind of banged up, but now Robert Woods got an extra week of, you know what, I'm feeling a little bit better. I feel like they get at San Fran, but it's not gonna be Van Jefferson getting at him. I feel like it's gonna be Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods and Darrell Henderson. James Conner just had a field day out there, so I feel like you could sit Van Jefferson. It's too much to go around, essentially. Yeah, Brandon Ayuk versus Los Angeles Rams.
I'm just fucking with you because he's still in my lineup.
I mean, facts. As you should.
Ain't biased, but
Brandon Ayuk versus Los Angeles Rams. I'm big on Ayuk. I like Ayuk. I like his talent. I just don't feel like the Rams defense is giving it up. I feel like they're gonna be after the quarterback so much to where this game gonna get out of hand early, and you might not even see these guys. I see this game, even though it's a division game. A lot of people gonna be like, "Oh, they're gonna cut a play. It's gonna be closer than you think." I felt like the Rams had no business on the road. They just coming off an L against Tennessee. They're gonna come to play for sure. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, Courtney. Like, please tell your husband to get my shirt together. And, hey, Cortland Sutton. I said last week, I don't think Cortland Sutton ever gonna be on this list again. Now he's on the center list.
Damn.
You talking about how the mighty have fallen. Like, you can't even put this guy in your lineup after what I've been seeing. Like, hey, Cortland Sutton,
30-something points last week?
Bro, this guy Jerry Jeudy is the guy. Like Jerry Jeudy is like, they're making him a focus, and it's because Teddy Bridgewater prefers the short yardage throws. So Cortland Sutton's more of that. I'm open deep type guy every 1 out of 18 plays in the game. You know,
Jeudy is better at getting open than Cortland Sutton.
And just like Cooper Kupp is better than Calvin Johnson. But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
He has the gold jacket, man. Not too much you can say about that.
Facts.
Until Cooper Kupp walks across that stage.
I said it.
On the line.
I'm not touching it.
On the line.
Getting open.
And cut his career 7 years short.
Getting open, intermediate routes.
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
Yeah, Julian Edelman is one of the best at doing it, but he's not.
But I'm taking Cooper Kupp over Julian Edelman any day. Cooper Kupp's 9 games are better than what Julian Edelman's ever done in a season.
Nah, don't do Julian like that.
Pull up Julian Edelman's best season and pull up Cooper Kupp.
Please, I would agree with that.
Pull it up.
Yeah,
I mean, he's on his historic pace.
I would agree with that.
And Julian Edelman, they think about him getting to the Hall of Fame.
Consistent. You got to be consistent.
He has like 20 total touchdowns.
What is he, like 24?
Cooper Kupp has had some good years.
I'm saying.
But Sean, you had Cooper Kupp at a good year.
But I'm saying you're talking about a player that did it for 10, 11, 12 solid years.
Who?
But with
Edelman?
the best quarterback ever, bro.
Pull up Edelman's stats, bro. You gonna eat your words, bro.
Bro,
You gonna eat your words. You gonna eat your words. Solid player. So what is Cooper Kupp? Elite? What are you saying?
What are you saying? I gotta see. Cooper Kupp's having a great season, but
Cooper Kupp career so far is better than what Julian Edelman's ever done outside of winning a Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
Stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that, Joe.
Cooper Kupp's career is better than
Cooper
Kupp's what he's done this year is better than Cooper
Kupp's career right now.
Better than Julian.
It's better than whatever Julian Edelman's ever done in his career.
Stop it, Tweez.
He said pick a year.
Pick a year.
Stop it. You cannot say that.
What
I'm saying is we'll
be back next week, guys.
We seen Edelman do it. Cooper Kupp, anything can happen. Like he has to do it for years.
So Cooper Kupp hasn't done it?
But to compare,
he hasn't done this before.
Have we ever seen Edelman do what Cooper Kupp is doing?
No, not this year. No.
Then what are we talking about?
Because you're talking about one year doesn't win you nothing, doesn't give you anything.
I'm saying every one of Cooper Kupp's years,
in the NFL world, in the professional sports, you have to do it for years to be considered.
I think they are.
I think that Cooper Kupp is better than Julian Edelman.
I agree with that. I think Cooper Kupp is better than Edelman.
Yes.
Period.
What are we talking about? He thinks he knows this.
I'm not. Yes,
he agrees.
But you can't say that. You can't say that.
You agree.
He said
it's
a little more complex than that.
It's way more complex.
Looking at Edelman was with Tom Brady for how many years?
It doesn't even matter.
Oh, so
even he's with Jared Goff and doing this.
Yeah, he was.
Jerry Rice was with Joe Montana and Steve Young for how many years? Like, come on.
The crazy thing is, Sean, you had the Cooper Kupp experience before. 2018, you had a Cooper Kupp. You picked him up off waivers and he balled for you.
Nah, that wasn't cool. No.
Bro, when I dropped Cooper Kupp that one year and you picked him up and he had a great year.
And I was like, Cooper Kupp.
Wasn't that the year that you went to the
I
chip?
know Cooper Kupp's my guy. Like, what are we talking about?
I had Cooper Kupp last year.
You had him before that too.
Man,
bro.
You had him before that too. Well, we're not talking about this.
I'm saying is Cooper Kupp with Jared Goff,
he knows.
Been good.
He definitely knows.
Adam Thielen was the guy that I scooped. That was my guy. I don't care about Cooper Kupp.
Hey, look.
Cooper Kupp nonsense.
Regardless. We're gonna revisit this.
We're revisit.
Has ever scored in the touchdowns is 7. That's the highest.
And halfway through the season, where's Kupp is at 10?
All
right, so look, my other wideouts on the list,
bro.
My other wideouts on the list are Donovan Peoples-Jones. I think you sit him at New England. I feel like Bill Belichick has that going, and I feel like Bill Belichick has his defense going in the right direction. So Donovan Peoples-Jones, I think he had like 2 targets last week or 3 targets last week or so, something like that. And he capitalized with 85 and a touchdown, but he's more of a deep threat. I don't think nobody's getting really behind the New England defense like that. So I think temper your expectations for that. And you might have to start him, but you gotta set him. Downgrade DeAndre Hopkins once again. This has a lot to do with Stephon Gilmore and less against DeAndre Hopkins and how they're treating him. He might not play in this game due to a hamstring injury, but that only helps Stephon Gilmore to shut him down. He's definitely going to travel with that if he's out there. Like I said, top 3 wide receiver talent in the league. Just right now, he's banged up. You sit Zach Ertz versus Carolina. Zach Ertz, outside of that first game with Arizona, it's kind of been downhill. I hate that my other producer's in the room because I'm trying to trade him right now. Shit, but I mean, it is what it is. Zach Ertz he's not trending the right way. forced me to pick up Friermuth on waivers today. So just have my backup for Travis. And I think Zach Ertz is set him this week. I feel like better days are ahead, but until I see it, I'll believe it again. Jared Cook versus Minnesota. Minnesota's tough against the tight ends, I believe. So, and Jared Cook has been kind of hit or miss. I've been looking at Jared Cook's numbers.
Definitely hit or miss.
And Jared Cook is
has he had over 5 targets in a game?
Yes,
he has.
Yeah, quite a few times. He's like
how many
1,
receptions?
2, 3.
How many receptions?
You mean like in those games? 5, 6, 4. I mean, okay. He's a tight end. He's a tight end.
Yeah, I mean,
he's solid, but it's more like he hasn't had more than 70 yards in a game this season.
And had two double-digit fantasy points.
Yeah, 2 double-digit fantasy games.
Yeah.
A lot of people you have to start Jared Cook out there. I mean, he's wide receiver. He's tight end 16, but I mean, given the buys and everything like that, so you might have to throw him in there. Whatever's left. A lot of people holding on to 3 tight ends. I got 3 tight ends on my team, so it might be somebody out there being a dickhead like me, and you got to start Jared Cook. Mo Ali Cox versus Jacksonville. Mo Ali Cox shouldn't be rostered, but a lot of people probably out there that might have him on their team. I thought that he was going to score last week. I had to start him. I thought he was going to sneak in. I think he made a play or so, but he's tight end 19. The last 2 weeks, he had 0. Week 8 on 4 targets. He caught 1 pass last week for 28 yards, 3.3 fantasy points, and half PPR. So he can go like 3.8 for 4 PPR, but still just. He's not getting it done. He doesn't get the opportunity enough to start there. I got Tyler Higbee. I feel like Tyler Higbee's a sit-him if you have a better option. I feel like it's just too much to go around in that Rams offense. He's tight end 15, but his potential anywhere else he'll be solid. What's up, John?
Question with I got a question. All right, but Tyler Higbee. All right, if you're in a position, y'all know my roster, but Logan Thomas coming back. Logan Thomas was a stardom for Sean. And you got Higbee as a sit-him. So would you start Logan Thomas over Higbee if Logan Thomas plays?
No, I didn't put Logan Thomas on his list because I don't think he's going to play. Logan Thomas would have been a sit-him.
He would have been a sit-him.
Yes.
So
I hope Logan play.
So
guaranteed
you would choose Higbee over.
Out.
Yeah. You would choose Higbee over Logan if both of them play. Yeah. You choose Higbee over.
Yeah,
Logan.
He had 10 targets last week.
All right, I'm just. Hey,
oh no, yeah, he had 10 targets last week.
He
had 10 targets last week, but the San Francisco 49ers are 9th against tight ends, and he has to deal with Darrell Henderson, your guy Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, your guy Van Jefferson. Those are 4 other guys that he has to worry about getting the ball from, and then he has to pray he gets those targets. Like the reason why he's getting those targets is they're down in this game. I don't think they're going to be down in this game.
Exactly. That's why you start Logan Thomas over him because
I don't feel like they're gonna be down.
Tampa Bay is ranked 24th against tight ends, and they only have Terry McLaurin.
I mean, I feel you, but I don't think that.
So if Logan Thomas doesn't, if Logan Thomas,
I feel like they're gonna shut everything down. So if Logan
Thomas don't play and Ricky Seals-Jones is the guy, would you start him over Higbee?
Nigga try to call me Stephen A.
Shannon Sharp. Go ahead. But
I'm asking questions to my fantasy.
What is it?
No, I was just saying. I was just saying if Logan Thomas doesn't make it back this week and Ricky Seals-Jones is the guy, where you start Ricky Seals-Jones over Higbee. If that,
I would never start Ricky Seals-Jones over none of those guys. Ricky Seals-Jones is not better than Thomas or Higbee, so he's last regardless.
So
I don't care if Higbee's playing fucking who's the best defense in the league? I don't care if he's playing them, the Rams,
or the Buffalo,
the Bills, the Saints, those type of defenses of the league. I don't know. I'm not starting Ricky Seals-Jones if I can pick those other guys.
All right.
Not at all.
That's
not at all. Not at all. All right. Then downgrade Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry's been scoring touchdowns, but he's not been efficient for real. He hasn't been the guy that you really want there. So I will say that it's just he just hasn't been that guy. Like Hunter Henry, he hasn't scored more than 10 fantasy points, I think, in 3 weeks. If you want to be like realistic, and I'm pulling up 4 PPR stats right now, so I mean you gotta bear with me. But Hunter Henry, I mean, he had 9.9 last week, 2 catches, 3 targets, 4.3 the week before, 10.3 against the Jets. So yeah, but he just hasn't that the volume. I feel like is there. I feel like he's really touchdown dependent.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't feel like it's really there. Now, that was my downgrade. I feel like that was my downgrade. Yeah. So we're gonna go down to my defensive special teams. Yeah, some difficulties to some on this joint right now. I mean, producers were scrambling right now.
You ain't shit.
My man is just we getting it together, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We can still talk our shit.
I mean, yeah, we can still talk our shit.
Where they get things.
You want to talk our shit? No, good shit to you, man. Good shit to you in the league right now, man. You want to personal?
Nah.
Good shit to you. I'll give you my flower. I'll give you your flowers right now.
Don't get that nigga no flowers. He ain't win no championship.
He's going to the playoffs.
Shit. Talking shit.
Playoffs.
hey.
This is a guy who had his team name, throw the whole team away.
Like, come on, man.
I mean, but he's back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you back.
We gonna give you your flowers when you win the shit.
You deserve your flowers, bro. Like,
come on, man.
You've been producing. You've been managing. Son, you managed to fuck out your team.
We don't talk no regular season, man.
Sean, I'm gonna take Sean. What you saying? You fucking right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you right, but son, you
right. I'm not.
You deserve credit for what you've done.
Flowers for what?
Hey, when I do win the chip.
I'm serious.
When I do win a chip, take that fucking shit off the wall right there.
Hey, no.
2020 shit.
Well, we can give them. We can say you're doing a good job, but you saying give flowers.
I'm not gonna say you're gonna win the chip because I'm there too.
Hey, but I just said when I win it, take that shit off.
Yeah, when somebody win it, I'm still the champ. When somebody win it, I'll take it off. It don't matter.
You know what I'm saying?
You know we got a big wager on our game because our game is probably going to decide our bet.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Our game probably is going to decide our bet. Our game is going to decide. It's going to decide our bet, bro. It's going to decide our bet for the best record, for a better record. It's going to decide our bet. I'm going to be hopefully 7-3 going into this game, and then you're going to be 8-2 going into this game. You could be 8-3 when you finish, and I could be 8-3 when I finish that game.
When y'all play next week?
We play next week. We play next week.
What's your record?
My bad. My record 6-3. He's 7-2.
7-2. So you be 6-4. You be 7-3. Yeah.
Oh, see, look, you already saying I'm taking the L.
Both of y'all taking the L this week, dog.
Hey, nah.
Come on, man.
Hey, come on.
I ain't gonna do that.
We ain't gonna talk shit about you, P.
Y'all can't.
I could be like, no, take the L. You getting used to taking the L.
Yeah, I know. I am.
I'm not gonna say that. Though.
But at the end of the day, you know.
Come on, bro.
You know.
I'm not gonna do that.
Come on,
all right,
man.
so Miami defense set them against Baltimore, just like my man said. Lamar Jackson, #1 quarterback.
Action Jackson.
I feel like he's gonna get at these guys. You sit Dallas's defense against Atlanta. Dallas defenses looked vulnerable, 30-0 last week against Denver. At Matt Ryan, more experienced quarterback coming in there. I feel like Kyle Pitts, this is your day. Hey, Minnesota's defense, you sit them against Justin Herbert and the gang. Justin Herbert and the gang just ate up Philly's defense. He just went off. I believe he was like 32 for 37 or something like that. He was really efficient out there.
Something crazy.
Yeah, it was something crazy. Justin Herbert got back on track last week. And I feel like this is a Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams type day, possibly. But outside of that, Jared Cook's not doing shit. Carolina defense, you sit them too against Arizona. I think that if Kyler plays in this game, you got to sit these guys. But if they don't, this game will be closer than you think. I just don't. I feel like Arizona wins because Carolina doesn't have enough offense, and that's going to do it for the sit-ems.
All right.
Let's go back to what we was talking about, though. Hey, look. Look. I'm winning this week. Hey, Ross, shout out to you. Sorry, you got Derrick Henry. You don't got enough. Hey, look. I mean, you don't have Derrick Henry. You don't have enough. You got AP in there, I think.
Yeah. You talking that shit? You better stop it, Tweezy. You better stop it.
I'm talking my shit.
AP ended up falling in the end zone twice.
I'm talking my shit. And then, John, I need you to take this. Hey, Kylie, if you out there somewhere, bro, I need you to manage that shit and get it together this week. I need him to have the same record as me going into this game. And but more so, I need your team to lay that dud so I can keep up in them points.
Kylie,
I need you to.
you're not gonna win.
Damn,
where's the camera at?
You got DoorDash
Kylie?
or something, fool.
You're not gonna win, my
You
man.
have DoorDash, bro.
I'm speaking to Dub into existence. I know you're not watching. You may not be watching because usually you comment and all that shit, but you're gonna take the L this week, man.
Yeah,
You're gonna take the L. It is what it is. I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna play Twan at 8-2, and we're gonna see what happens. But right now, I'm still sick. I'm still sick that you made that trade and that you're relevant right now because that shouldn't have happened. But yeah, you're gonna take the L. You're gonna take the L.
This is a shit talking session by
the
fantasy with SJT.
Kylie.
I can't talk no shit, but so
we can play. We'll play it back. Maybe I'll send this. I'll clip this up and send it into the group so you can see this. Yeah, you're taking the L for sure.
Hey,
all right. But that wraps up the stardom sit-ems, and we're gonna breeze through these buy low.
It looks like he's saying black people. if you ask me, whoever that is,
I don't know.
It looks like black people. That's what I'm taking out of that. You know?
Yeah, Facebook. I don't know who the hell you are. I mean, hey, thank you for tuning in, though. Hey, thank you for tuning in. But let's
thanks for the view.
To the buy sells for the week. All right, let's get them up there. Let's start with the buy.
Run through these.
Buy lows. We're gonna run through these. All right.
We used to run through them.
All right. I'm gonna try to. We're trying to get through these real quick. You know what I'm saying? When we get them up there. But I mean, if we I can throw my thing up there real quick. I can go through it. All right, I'll start. My first buy low. It's gonna be Stefan Diggs. For the week. Because right now he hasn't been playing up to the standards that we all would have liked for him to do. I mean, in fantasy drafts coming in, he was like, I want to say he was the wide receiver 3 going into fantasy drafts, and he has not lived up to that ranking as the number 3 wide receiver. So this could be a situation right here where you could buy low on him right now. He hasn't been playing well. I feel like Stefan Diggs is going to pick it up. We've seen tweets. He talked about Stefan Diggs getting things going. And I believe that he will. I think he will. He just had a bad couple games, but this is the opportunity here to go ahead and get him on the cheap right now before he booms. But I see it coming. So if you can trade for Stefan Diggs right now, I would definitely try to make that effort to trade for him. All right. Now, number 2, Josh Jacobs. Buy low. Right now, Kenyan Drake has been easing into his touches. What Sean and Tweed talking about, they didn't like that I had Josh Jacobs as high as I did on the rankings. But I think that Josh Jacobs will improve. He's going to get things going right now. Right now, Kenyan Drake is doing his thing, but I feel like overall this is Josh Jacobs' backfield, and I feel like he will get more touches moving forward. So this would be the opportunity to buy low on him right now because right now Kenyan Drake is getting hyped up. So I can see this being a situation where you can go out and get a Josh Jacobs on the cheap, and he could win you your fantasy championship down the stretch. So definitely, if you have somebody that you can give up, I mean, a low player, I don't feel like it's going to take much for you to get Josh Jacobs now.
Wide receiver 2.
He's wide receiver 2. You think you'll take?
Yeah,
wide receiver 2
because he's still a star running back. Running backs are hard to come by. So
you're
going to have to give up something to get Jacobs for sure.
Yeah, but like I said, he's a buy low for me this week. And I feel like you probably got a couple more. We probably got like 2 more weeks, and I feel like he's gonna pick it up, and he won't be on this list. Next one, number 3, DJ Moore. DJ Moore, I feel like now that Darnold is on the bench due to an injury, not due to me. Well, it should have been for play, but he's injured. And DJ Moore, I feel like this is going to be better. PJ Walker coming in, I feel like he's going to force feed DJ Moore. And I feel like the target share for DJ Moore is going to increase. Even with PJ Walker, I mean, I think the last game he played, he only had I want to say like 13 attempts or something like that.
Mhm.
And I want to say that DJ Moore had about 25% target share in those attempts that he had. And that's a good amount just for, just for the small sample size that we got from PJ Walker. I feel like he's going to force feed DJ Moore. That's the guy. Robbie Anderson, he got force fed, but he didn't catch anything, and that's been his situation for the past couple weeks. But DJ Moore, I definitely feel like he's going to pick it up. But right now he's low right now. You could be able to get him for the cheap. So I do believe that try to like Tweez. I'm talking right now. You got DJ Moore, right? So I mean, hey, if you want to try to make an offer or whatever, we can make that happen.
You want DJ?
I would take DJ. It depends on what you want.
Lock it.
Oh hell no.
What would you have to give me? What you talking about?
Come on, man. You don't trade receiver for receiver in fantasy.
Nah.
You never do that.
I don't need nothing else. I don't need backs.
Unless you just like that player.
I really
that
don't
much.
need backs. I'm good. I got Kareem Hunt coming off by. I got Jordan Howard, Ingram.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt be back.
I'm not trading Swift or Jonathan Taylor. I'm not trading Kels. So
you good. You good.
I'm okay. I got number one quarterback in fantasy. Like I'm not.
So I said I'm good.
You sit.
What you going? It's tough to trade with me because the players that people want is like Swift, and I'm like, yo, I take a huge L at RB2 if I give up Swift. And I'm hanging on by a thread there.
Yeah, but DJ Moore for me, I still believe in DJ Moore. I do. I truly do still believe in DJ Moore. It's just that I just said Darnold, he's not the guy there, and I feel like this change is gonna help him. So
Hope so, man.
So
I wish they would have got.
So yeah, buy low if you can. But if I was a DJ Moore owner, I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably would hold him if I was the owner. So I feel like there's better days ahead. But moving on, number 4, Amari Cooper. He hasn't been. He had 2 weeks ago. He had a great week. Then this past week, it was a bad one. And I feel like Amari Cooper is going to get it. Is going to get back going. We discussed it throughout the show, and Amari Cooper, I feel like he is still the number 1 wide receiver there. Even with CeeDee Lamb there, I feel like Amari Cooper is still the number 1. And to be able to get a piece of that Dallas offense for the cheap, I'm all for it. And that Amari Cooper owner may feel like okay, the production ain't there, whatever. I may need to move on from him right now with that Denver matchup. I would try to make a move for Amari Cooper. All right, because Dallas offense is going to keep things going. They're going to get back on track, especially this game. So I would try to make that move this week, because after this week, you're not going to be able to make that move. Amari Cooper will not be on this buy low list next week. So if you're going to make that move, you need to make that move this week. All right.
True.
Now,
because he's gonna be on the sell high after he boom.
Yeah.
After he boom this week,
make that move today if you can. All right. Now, Mike Williams. Right now, the past couple weeks, he's been like the Mike Williams of old, boom or bust. And this is the opportunity to buy low on Mike Williams as well. This is the opportunity. Mike Williams, he's the first couple of games he was consistent. Now he's kind of like he's been in that boom or bust range. And this week they're going up against the
Chargers are going up against
Minnesota. That's right. They're going to get Minnesota, one of the worst defenses in the league, in my opinion. And this is going to be the get right game for him. So if you can trade for him, make sure y'all go ahead and do that. I feel like there's going to be better days ahead for him as well. All right. Now, that wraps up the buy lows. All right. Sell highs. James Conner coming in at number 1. And this would have been a don't believe the hype player for me, to be honest with you. 3 touchdowns. I forget how many yards he had due to the injury of Chase Edmonds. And bless you.
Connor's toilet paper saw. Yeah.
Yeah, but James Conner, 3 touchdowns. He's not doing that again. He's going against a good defense in the Carolina Panthers. And I feel like when Kyler Murray gets back, it's going to be more of a Kyler Murray running type situation. Kyler Murray's going to get more people involved. All right, I don't see James Conner being that guy to get 3 touchdowns or whatever in this moving forward. I don't see that happening. So I would definitely try to sell high on him right now, because you can get right now running backs are hard to come by. So if you can get a running back, if you can sell this running back right now, and you got, let's say you have somebody like because James Conner went in he went like late in drafts.
Probably undrafted free agent, son.
Nah, he wasn't undrafted. He was going in drafts, but he
probably
was going
like 13,
late.
12.
He was
13,
going
14.
He was going late. So you should have, if you drafted well, you should have some running backs already that you can pivot to. But you can get a great Connor. Oh, hold on. A question? Or what was a question or just a comment?
Just a comment.
Connor respectable. He's been good since he was behind Le'Veon. I mean, but that Pittsburgh offense, I mean, you could easily say that Connor was a product of that offense, to be honest with you.
Runners.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is balling in Arizona.
You look at the offense that.
But even Drake had 10 touchdowns last year. I feel like both offenses are set up good.
No.
You know
what you're saying is, but last year Connor did not play well last year with Pittsburgh, and he had injuries too, but he wasn't playing well.
He wasn't.
He wasn't playing better than what Naji's playing right now.
Pitt's offensive line is trash.
Okay, but the offensive line, you could arguably say.
But even Naji, but Naji is not like just running between the tackles, just 10 to 12 yards here. No, he's been getting it everywhere. Pass game, 14 targets and shit like that.
Okay,
Naji's not looking. I don't know if he has 100-yard. He might have 100-yard rushing game this year.
All right, but he's getting in the passing game, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's because he's younger and more, more durable than James Conner.
Ain't old. I mean, he's not old. James Conner's not old. But I feel like this is a situation where I would sell high on him. I don't think that James Conner is going to continue to do this. And then we talked off camera about Benjamin. I feel like that Benjamin this week with a week of preparation, he's going to take over the Chase Edmonds role. So he is going to be involved. Conner's not going to get the same type of workload that he got this past week.
Nah, bro. Conner about to get major work. I feel
he's not going to get the same type of workload.
Benjamin's going to get a little bit, but Conner's going to be in there, bro. As long as he's not winded from running for a 30-yard run, he's going to be in there.
What do you have Conner getting this week? He doesn't get over 100 yards rushing to me.
He gets over 100 total and a touchdown.
I won't say he gets over 100 total. They're going up against a good defense in the Carolina Panthers. I don't see that happening.
You don't think he gets over 100 total yards?
I don't think he gets over 100 total yards.
I think he gets. Whoa,
Conner 100 total yards. Bro.
I don't think he gets over 100 total yards. I don't.
You should make that bet. It's a good bet.
What push-ups? What?
Yeah, 20 push-ups.
20 push-ups. All right, I'll make that bet.
20 push-ups here is a minute 52 live. Minute 52, minute 52. Yeah. Mark the time.
And I'm not. And James Conner, he's a good player, but I mean, we've seen when he's had a tough sledding when it comes to carrying the load. I mean, last year,
look, Naji has one game over 100 yards, bro, rushing. And he only has 4 rushing touchdowns
but he's
games.
In a worse offensive line than what James Conner was.
No, the offensive line is probably worse last year.
Pouncey is gone, bro.
Who?
Pouncey is gone,
bro.
Don't say
Pittsburgh's
that Pouncey
offensive line was trash.
Pouncey was there last year, though, bro. Wasn't Pouncey there?
He was hurt,
but he was there. He was there. He was on the team. He played. He wasn't out the whole year.
I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
Naji's just not out there.
Does James Conner
gashing everybody?
But does James Conner do what Naji is doing with this offensive line that he's running behind?
No, Naji's a better all-around back.
Yeah,
but now that James Conner's in Arizona with a
you put Naji in Arizona,
exactly.
He's probably arguably the top 5 running back in the league.
I'm not saying he's not.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but I'm just saying Pittsburgh's offensive line is trash. Obviously,
okay.
Naji has one game over 100 yards.
For me, I'm not trying to wish injury on nobody. I'm not, but for him to carry the load in this offense, I just don't think that's I just don't believe that he's going to be able to do
James
that.
Conner about to he's about to be the guy, bro.
I don't believe he's going to be able to do that, man. And I think that Kingsbury is going to try to put Benjamin in that Chase Edmonds role in passing situations so that Conner didn't have to take over.
What type of running back is Benjamin? Is he a scat back? Is he a bruiser? What is he? Because I just seen him run over somebody and keep it moving. He looks like a bruiser guy.
All right, but he's going to have to play the Chase Edmonds role. I mean,
but can he play that role? It's not what you have to.
We gonna see.
Not what you have to. We gonna see can do.
We're gonna see if he can play that role. But James Conner, to me,
like James Conner, he was a 3-down back in Pittsburgh.
At the end of the day,
was he not?
At the end of the day, but he couldn't stay healthy. That was the problem.
But if he stays healthy, he's going to get that 3-down back role.
Why should I be so confident he's going to stay healthy this time? This past.
You ain't see his workouts in the summer? It's like, nah. All right, let's move it.
No. I mean, we made the bet.
Yeah,
we made the bet. Good. So James Conner, like I said, I'm not. I would sell high on him right now while he's up high.
I don't disagree with the sell high.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Like, his value is crazy right now.
Yeah, so you can get some solid pieces for James Conner at this moment right now as we speak. But we'll keep it moving. We need to wrap this up a little bit. We've been going for a minute. Darren Waller at number 2, sell high. He had a great week, but he's been subpar the past couple of weeks before that. So I would definitely be looking to sell him high off the name and off the production he had this past week with like 101 receiving yards. So definitely would look to sell high on him. Number 3, Devontae Smith at wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. He had like 20.1 fantasy points this past game. And I feel like this is going to be a sell high. This is a sell high for me. In that offense, I mean, I don't feel like he's going to be good as what he was in this last game. So sell high on Devontae Smith. Darrell Williams, I'm selling high on him as well because Clyde is about to be on his way back. So this could be a running back by committee situation moving forward. So Darrell Williams, if you have him, try to sell high on him right now. I mean, coming off of a great week, and he's not gonna be able to withstand. He's not gonna be able to uphold that. So Darrell Williams, I will sell high on him. George Kittle, another guy for me. He's just been injury prone, man. I can't trust that he's gonna be there for me. So George Kittle, great week last week as well. He had a great week. This is where you need to capitalize on that performance and be able to get somebody else solid. I mean, I just don't think that he's gonna have injury. I hate to talk about injuries, man, but it's a part of the game, man. People get hurt. So we're gonna call it. I mean, some people don't like talking about injuries, but I mean, I'm gonna talk about them. Shit happens. You get hurt. Some people are more injury prone than others.
We know you're gonna talk about it. You got all the backups on your team.
Yeah. No, like I mean, like people, for me, people are afraid to talk about. People are afraid to talk about injuries when it comes to fantasy. Like I'm like, look, people get fucking hurt. Like
especially running backs.
It is what it is. Like you got to prepare for this shit. Like and over the past couple of years, my man George Kittle has been getting hurt. So how can I trust that you're gonna stay out there for the rest of the season? Like. That's a tough ask right there. As a fan, I mean, I understand the physicality of the game. There's gonna be shit that happens, you know. So, but can I trust Kittle? Has he shown me that he can stay out there consistently and be productive? That's a tough ask. That's a tough ask. So, I would try to sell high on him off of that big week, and see what you can get for him. All right, I mean, throw it out there, but. That's going to wrap up the buy low, sell highs, and that's going to wrap up the show. Ultimately, I mean, this has been a great mega show. We almost hit 2 hours. Right now, we getting close to 2 hours. We should count down on that shit. But it was great. It was great to be on. It was dope to be on for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? To be able to give y'all this. We're gonna clip this up and everything, and kind of highlight some of the stuff that we had that we talked about on the show. So we appreciate the ones that stuck through the whole show. And also, I mean, we're gonna if you have not yet subscribed, to our YouTube channel, ItsNation TV, make sure you just subscribe to that. And also our new YouTube channel, The Fantasy with SJT. Once again, The Fantasy with SJT. Make sure you subscribe to that. Hit that like button and also hit that notification bell so you can get all of the notifications, be notified when we stream live. All right. Also on IG, The Fantasy with SJT. Once again, The Fantasy with SJT. Make sure you guys follow us and also leave a comment, hit us in the DMs with any questions, or even in the live streams on our shows. Make sure you guys comment as well, so we can get back to your questions and trying to help you guys win your fantasy football championships. All right, but that's going to wrap everything up for the show, y'all. Make sure you guys tweeze
Your mask.
wear your mask. Sean P.
One love.
One love always, and we're gonna see you guys next week. Deuces.
Yeah, though.